Were there ever attempts to impeach Earl Warren? Have you ever wondered about the controversies surrounding Earl Warren during his time as Chief Justice of the United States Supreme Court? The 1950s were a time of great change in America, and Warren was at the center of it all. His tenure sparked intense debates and even calls for impeachment. Warren was appointed by President Dwight D. Eisenhower in 1953. Under his leadership, the Supreme Court made landmark decisions that transformed American society. One of the most famous cases was Brownv v. Board of Education in 1954. This ruling declared that racial segregation in public schools was unconstitutional. It overturned the long-standing, separate but equal doctrine. This decision was met with fierce resistance, especially in southern states. Some communities even chose to close their public schools rather than integrate. As a result, many people began to demand Warren's impeachment. Public campaigns and billboards calling for his removal popped up, reflecting the intense political climate of the time. The backlash against Warren's decisions highlighted the deep divisions in American society regarding civil rights. But that was not the only reason people wanted Warren out. His court expanded the rights of criminal suspects in significant ways. For instance, in Gideon v. Wainwright in 1963, the court guaranteed the right to legal counsel for defendants who could not afford an attorney. Then came Miranda v. Arizona in 1966, which required police to inform suspects of their rights before questioning them. These decisions stirred up controversy and drew criticism from law enforcement and some political figures. They felt these rulings limited police power and undermined traditional values. Groups like the John Birch Society were particularly vocal in their calls for Warren's impeachment. They accused him of judicial activism, claiming he was overstepping his role and pushing a liberal agenda. Despite all this pressure, Warren remained Chief Justice until 1969. His time on the court was marked by a commitment to fairness and protecting individual rights, even in the face of significant opposition. From a 1950s nostalgia perspective, Warren's leadership can be seen as a reflection of the broader social transformations occurring in America. The calls for his impeachment illustrate the resistance to progress that defined the political climate of the era. While Earl Warren was never formally impeached, there were indeed persistent efforts and public demands for his impeachment throughout his time on the Supreme Court. These efforts were largely driven by his role in advancing civil rights and expanding protections for the accused. The political and social context of the 1950s and 1960s was filled with tension, and Warren's legacy remains a topic of discussion to this day.